سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيبي سلام عليك.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bid'ah is not only a big discussion among the Islamic ulama, but it is also a hot topic of conversation among the public. This is because, according to them, bid'ah is synonym with heresy, misguided and perversion. Imam Al-Shafi'i divides bid'ah into two types, which is bid'ah hasanah and bid'ah dalalah. Bid'ah hasanah is something that not known whether it ever happened or was made in the time of Prophet Muhammad SAW. But the matter is, it was still included under the specific or general dalil in the Quran, Sunnah, Sahabat and Ijma' ulama. The difference between bid'ah hasanah and bid'ah dalalah is bid'ah dalalah is something that was made contrary from the dalil in the Quran, Hadith, Sahabat and Ijma' ulama. In other words, it violates the laws of Sharia.
Brief history. The celebration of Maulid Rasul was founded by the Fatimid government in Egypt, which celebrated it on a large scale. They not only celebrated the birthday of Rasulullah, but also those involving his family members Zainab, Hassan, Hussein. However, all these festivals were stopped in 488 Hijrah on the orders of the Prime Minister Al-Afdal Shahinda, who added to the Sunnah as recorded in the book Al-Kamil written by Ibn al-Adhir. It stopped being celebrated until Al-Ma'mun al-Batani held government power. When the Al-Ayyubiyah government seized power, all the festivals were once again stopped. However, the community still celebrates it among their families in private. In the 7th century, Prince Muzaffar ad-Din Abi Sa'ad Kawakbri ibn Zain ad-Din Ali ibn Tabakatikin gathered the celebration of the Prophet's birthday in the city of Erbil. Muzaffar, who is a Sunni, cares about the celebration of Maulid Rasul to order preparations such as setting up tents, decorating tents, and many more are implemented as early as possible. Each time after Asr prayers, Muzaffar will witness the festival in the tent that has been set up.
Opinion of the ulama about welcoming the Maulid Rasul celebration. There are some opinions about welcoming the Maulid Rasul celebration by ulama, which are: first, welcoming the Maulid Rasul celebration is bid'ah. This was pioneered by some ulama. Among the arguments are: this festival was never performed on the most noble generation, the generation of Sahaba, Tabi'in, Tabi'in, and also the next generation. It is a form of extreme worship to the Prophet ﷺ. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, "Do not exaggerate in praising me as the Christians praise the Son of Mary, for I am only a slave. So call me the slave of Allah and His Apostle." Reported by Al-Bukhari. Maulid celebrations like this must be accompanied by various forms of informality and things that are forbidden in religion.
Second, the law is allowed. From Sheikh Abu Shamah, one of Sheikh Dar al-Hadith in Damascus, he argues, there is permissible to celebrate Maulid Rasul based on practice by ancient ulama, such as in one of provinces in Iraq, which is in Erbil. Among the figures who adhere to its obligations and are included in the bid'ah hasanah are: first, Imam Jalaluddin al-Suyuti; second, Imam Ibn Hajar al-Haythami and others. The ulama who require Maulid Rasul use the hadith which is Abu Qatadah Ansari reported that Rasulullah SAW was asked about fasting on Monday. Whereupon he said, "Fihi wulidtu wa fihi unzila alayya." It is the day when I was born. and revelation was sent down to me, reported by Muslim number 1162. This hadith shows that Rasulullah SAW was grateful for the blessings of Allah on his birth by fasting on Monday. So, as his ummah, we should be grateful for his birth as doing good things such as fasting on Monday, as done by Rasulullah SAW, who is grateful for the blessing of Allah on his birth. After observing the opinions of ulama, we can conclude that the celebration of Maulidur Rasul is allowed and included in the bid'ah hasanah, but should be celebrated in some conditions, such as good programs like tazkirah and lectures that's not missing men and women, close up the aurah, and learn the life history of Rasulullah SAW or sirah from year to year.
Comments based on current issues that are happening now in Malaysia. Short and regretted because some Muslims themselves made the statement that the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad SAW has no virtues and deviation. After the tradition has been going on for so long, only the response this time has caused controversy. Among the practices that are forbidden to be heretical are the Maulid Rasul procession, the celebration commemorating the Maulid Rasul, Berzanji, Burdah, and Marhaban, and unwarranted salawat which were not compiled by the Prophet Muhammad SAW but compiled by the ulama in the Maulid Rasul ceremony.
For example, in Malacca in 2009, the members of the Fatwa Committee have unanimously agreed that there are elements of heresy and superstition that can lead to the destruction of faith and shirk, as well as practices that are contrary to Islamic Sharia and morals. For example, the sale of postures allegedly as pictures of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, namely Sayyidina Abu Bakar as-Siddiq radhiyallahu anhu, Sayyidina Umar al-Khattab radhiyallahu anhu, Sayyidina Uthman al-Affan radhiyallahu anhu, and Sayyidina Ali bin Abi Talib radhiyallahu anhu, placed in install plaques on the grave and having a mixture of non-stranger men and women sitting together during a Maulud ceremony.
For the conclusion, through the research based on the title, the importance of this heresy research. Okay, the first point is it able to make Muslims aware that heresy is a heretical practice. As a Muslim who understand about religion, we must reject wickedness such as the practice of this heretical practice, where it still exists from ancient times until now. Okay, the second point is we can find out the practice that are included in the practice of heresy. This is because there are still too many Muslims who do not know and practice the practice of heresy itself, because maybe they think that it is a sunnah of Prophet Muhammad and a practice performed by the companions.
This research also has an impact in several aspects. The impact of this research on the religious aspect can make us realize that Islam is a simple religion. This is because many Muslims are too excessive in worshipping Allah until it changes the perspective of society that Islam is a difficult religion and give hardship to themselves, while the purpose of Islam itself is to facilitate us in worshipping Allah. Meanwhile, the impact of this research on our country can help in maintaining the image of our country. This is very important, especially for our country, which it is one of the Islamic countries. In this regard, there are various solutions that should be done to reduce and reject this heretical practice from continuing to be practiced by Muslims. Among the solutions is to restrict and ban books containing the heretical practices from being disseminated to the public. This needs to be taken seriously so that this practice does not continue until it is practiced by the future generations. The next solution is to give explanation to the community to avoid heresy. This activity can be implemented through programs such as Friday Dawn, leaflet distributions, talks, and learning in school.